Welcome, everyone, to another edition of The Hidden Track here on RageRockRadio.com. Matt Connerton back with you this week. Our guests, Crimes in Graceland. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Hungover, but...
Yeah? That's all right. That's very rock and roll to be hungover. What do you do when you're hungover? What do you do?
Drink more beer.
There you go. All right. Let's start at this end and tell me who you are and what you do in the band.
I'm Rael Lindgren, and I'm the bass player and lead singer.
Ryan Lindgren, a.k.a. Sporto, guitarist, beer drinker.
And I'm Robbie. Drums, and I do lead vocals, too.
Now, they told us...
Yeah, I'm the old man.
Oh, my. Now, they told us their last names. What's your last name?
Oh, Lindgren.
Now, wait a minute. You guys all have the same last name. What's going on here? Is that like a marketing thing, or are you related?
Yeah, it's like a Ramones thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Unfortunately, we're all related.
You
Yeah.
are all related.
We like to drink.
So this is a first here on the Hidden Track. What is it, like a Partridge Family thing, or?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, heavy metal part, Reg. Yeah.
I would like to think we have better music, but...
Right. Yes, actually you do. Absolutely. Now, this is a first for us. So you guys are brothers, and you have two other brothers, correct?
Yeah, well, we only like one of them, though.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But it's a very musical family, obviously. So, how long have you guys been Crimes in Graceland?
How long has it been, Rob?
5 years?
5 years?
Yeah.
Now, did you guys play together before that in any other configurations or with the other brothers? Or
Robbie and Ryan did in a band called the Bloodsuckers, and Ryan and I have played in other bands.
Okay.
You know, a couple other bands.
Powder
but-
Keg and Rock 101 played us, and the Bloodsuckers got played, etc., but the bands just fell apart. One brother moved to Wyoming, and the bass player left. And
Well, it was the first time the three of us have actually gotten together and played in a band.
Okay.
So...
And what's the dynamic like? Do you guys all kind of think alike, or do you guys bicker, or what goes on?
Yeah, there's a lot of bickering,
Yeah.
a lot, yeah.
I mean, if somebody's idea they bring to the table doesn't, like, if Ryan brings an idea to the table and Robbie and I don't like it, he kind of gets pissed off. Or likewise, if I bring an idea to the table and these guys don't like it, I kind of get a little irritated because I really like it and I want to, do something about it, but,
It all started back in the day with Lindgren Ship Band, we called it. It was us three living together as roommates, partying, and etc. Couldn't find a bass player after bands broke up. There was nobody else to play with.
Rael was a drummer.
And Rael was a
Yeah.
drummer at the
I
time.
played the drums in our other band. And,
Oh, okay.
Rael got a bass and said, well, let's fucking go with it,
Because I play the guitar also, so I kind of said, well, screw it, I'll just pick up the bass and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And I love the bass anyway because being a drummer, it's that rhythmic kind of thing going on anyway. So kind of came natural to me. And Robbie and I played in another band too, Sloppy Joe. It was all acoustic.
Yeah.
And I played bass in that band, and I didn't have to sing at all, so it was kind of cool. It kind of built my chops up. And
Right.
then we got together, and we worked from there, and here we are 5 years later,
And obviously, it's a musical family. And before we started the show, we were kind of chatting about some of your ancestry. Your parents were musicians or are musicians, correct?
Yep.
And even grandparents?
Yep.
Back to the polka days with Frankie Yankovic and shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Grandparents, both our grandfathers played accordion, and then our dad and my mom, or our mom, played guitar and sang. They used to play out all the time, and our uncles played guitar, a lot of old classic country.
Part of the name of the Crimes in Graceland is Mom and Dad had a room dedicated to Elvis Presley, and it was like very beautiful. And it's Crimes in Graceland. Nobody never knows what the hell went down in Graceland, so it's like the idea.
Some people think it's a knock on Elvis, but we're
No,
not.
it's a
kind of a
compliment.
compliment.
Sure.
They were probably fucking partying hard down there, man. When they're down there playing the pool or whatever, who knows what down?
Well, like with him
Nobody
shooting
knows.
the TV out with the gun, I mean,
nobody
a
knows.
crime in Graceland.
Right,
It's a compliment to
It's
Elvis.
kind of cool.
Take Elvis over anybody else as far as influences,
Yeah.
too. Good shit.
Tell me about your influences, because the your music is it's sort of kind of old school rock and roll. What are your influences? I know one of them already, but
Oh, varies. I mean, I definitely love the classic rock, but I also love old school punk.
yeah,
Anything from Tough Darts and Social D we like.
Yeah. I think I can definitely hear that in your material, and of course Kiss. We
Kiss.
were all
Yeah.
bonding
We're-
over Kiss earlier.
And that's all 5 of us brothers. We're all huge Kiss
My
fans.
first
Nice.
guitar was fucking the plastic Kiss guitar, man. I remember.
Cheap Trick too.
Yeah,
Cheap
Yeah,
Trick's
yeah.
a huge
By
influence
far.
on
Cheap
us.
Trick.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we like Driving and Crying too.
Driving
They're
and Crying.
a big influence on us. And
Nashville,
UFO and
Nashville Pussy. I brought them guys down to see Reverend Horton Heat and Nashville Pussy, and them guys just they might not be an influence like in the past, but right now in my life, I love Nashville Pussy.
Yeah.
Everything they put out.
Straight up rock, you know.
Good.
Oh
rock.
yeah. Well, let's hear a track from you guys. You've got this disc here, Three Ring Circus. When did this come out? This has been out for a little while, right?
Like 3 years.
Okay, and then I know you got some new stuff you're working on, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But why don't we play a track from Three Ring Circus? What do you guys want to play?
I like Cold Sweat. That's-
Cold Sweat?
yeah,
Cold Sweat.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to play.
All right,
Good
cool.
rocker.
All right, so this is Cold Sweat from Crimes in Graceland here on The Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.
Waking up from a cold sweat, wondering where fate will bring me. How many chances God will give me, and how many doors will be left ajar. Going to bed in a cold sweat, wondering when my next day will happen. How much pain can become overlapping, and how much depression a man can endure. Well, I stayed on your wall, thinking about it all coming forward. From a state of grace that is hard to find. Staying up from a cold sweat, wondering how many girls I'll meet and how many times I face defeat. Waiting for another cold sweat, it's the only thing in constant motion, fading off my emotions. Well, you're staying on your wall, sleeping by the uncoming phone. From a state of grace that is hard to find. Well, reality keeps its pace, and time is to your face. Unmistakable cut is there for you. Waking up from a cold sweat, wondering how many girls I'll meet, how many times I face defeat. 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4. Waking up from a cold sweat, wondering when my next day will happen. How many things can become overlapping? Well, staying on your wall, signifies an oncoming fall from a state of grace that is hard to find. Well, reality keeps its pace, and time is to your face. An unmistakable cut is there for you.
Trying to find that special instrument with great service? Indie Music Store in Milford, New Hampshire has what you need. 603-673-2733. New and used instruments, sheet music and books, student rentals, trade-in and consignment. Owned and operated by Jeff Harrington, a custom drum maker who specializes in drum sales, repairs, and restoration. Indie Music Store, located at 307 Elm Street in Milford, New Hampshire. 603-673-2733. Or visit them on the web at indiemusicstore.biz. Indie Music Store, independent store for independent musicians.
Looking to amp up an event or party? Call Loudkeeper Sound.
In New Hampshire,
603-289-1409. Indoor-outdoor concerts, festivals, public address speaking, conference meetings, outings and parties and more. 603-289-1409 or on
MySpace at myspace.com/loudkeeperaudio.
top quality sound reinforcement for all your event needs. Drumlin Down Studios.
Located in the foothills of New Hampshire Seacoast, Drumlin Down Studios is a state-of-the-art recording studio for all your recording needs at prices you can afford. Call 603-580-5339 or visit Drumlin Down on the web at drumlindown.com. No project is too large or too small. Call 603-580-5339 for information.
Drumlin Down Studios.
Cold Sweat from Crimes in Graceland here on the Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com. So what's the writing process like for you guys? You all write together, or what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, we all come up with ideas, and we collaborate together. We each add our own individual parts. Sometimes, I come up with lyrics. Other times, these guys come up with lyrics, and it's just a group process.
It's weird too because I'm a lead guitar player, but a lot of times I'll step down and I'll grab the bass, and Rael has a guitar idea. After he has the idea, I'll develop off of what he has for an idea and make it to my own or what he has. But he's really good at sitting at home working on his studio in the basement. And he'll come and have ideas, and he'll play the guitar and I'll play the bass, and Robbie, and then we'll just change over. And I'll be honest, I have fucking more basses than guitar at the house now because a lot of times he comes up with a lot of riffs.
Yeah, I'll have to teach him.
Elaborate. I'll have to
teach him the guitar part, later on after we kind of get an arrangement down, and then we go from there. And then Robbie's good at coming up with arrangements. Okay, we'll put the solo here, we'll put the bridge here, the chorus here, the verse here, or we'll start the song this way, or we'll have
right.
So and he comes up with lyrics too, and sometimes he'll have a melody in his head and he'll say, "Play this." He doesn't know how to play guitar or anything like that, or
he'll grab that damn thing.
He'll have an idea.
I got a kazoo.
The melody,
Get my
Do you have an
point across.
accordion?
No, the melody with the kazoo that happens in as a guitar player. A lot of guitar players are I used to be that way years ago. I used to practice many hours a day, and I just, to be a better guitar player is to make a good band and to sit back, and if he has an idea that's kick ass, I will sit back and say okay, and I'll learn what he's showing me.
Yeah,
because he's a major contribution to our writing, And Robbie with the kazoo, Jesus Christ, it is a three-ring circus,
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny though when Robbie has the kazoo out, he'll be like playing and he'll try to find it on the guitar or the bass, and he gets all pissed off at us because we can't find the right key that he wants.
Right.
And he's like, "No, I'm like, no, I don't know what that is." He does. He gets pissed off. He's like, "Oh, I wish I knew how to play guitar."
We're in the fucking Muppets, we're the old men on there. It's fucked up.
That's
but
funny.
It works. We have fun.
Yeah. How many tunes do you guys have of originals?
I would say about 30 to 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Not all complete. Maybe 10 that are kind of halfway done.
If you go to our
Three-quarters
MySpace
done.
account, you can actually hear some of the rough drafts. We have about 5 new rough drafts. The new CD should be out in the fall here. So
Yeah, we have to mix them down
Lingering
and fix up
Boulevard.
some miscellaneous things on them. But
Okay.
You can also get free downloads, crimesandgraceland.com. Get free downloads of our tunes.
Yeah, and the MySpace is at myspace.com/crimesandgraceland?
I believe so,
yeah.
Cool. So when is the new disc going to be out?
Well, we're in the studio on the 15th to finish mixing. We got 5 more to mix.
Okay.
Then 1 day of mastering, and then all the artwork's all together. We're just sending it out, hopefully in the fall.
Cool. And how many tracks are going to be on the new one?
12.
12? Okay.
with potentially a hidden track that's kind of a surprise, for our dad. and
Oh, no
mom.
kidding.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
hopefully.
Speaking of songs for family members, do you guys want to talk about this "Marry a Bitch" song? Do you want to talk about that on the air?
I'll leave that to Rob. He's the one who wrote the
Rob
lyrics.
He's the oldest brother.
Yeah. I'm not going to say any names, but I think
Sure.
every family has someone in there that you can, relate to. I know everybody I know has someone in the family that's a bitch. So I just came up with some lyrics, and they're pretty comical. It's kind of a cheesy tune, I think, myself, but
yeah, it's not one of our favorites. We don't.
It was
play
just
it
all in fun. We were just getting
like a cheesy
stupid.
version
and
of Judas Priest or something.
I had a riff that I had for years. I mean, I was probably like 16 when I wrote the riff, to be honest with you, and I just sitting in the closet, never did anything with it, and I just pulled it out one day at a rehearsal, and Rob was like, "Oh, I'll come up with something for it." So we came in next rehearsal. He's like, "Marry a bitch," we jammed it, and said, "Oh, we'll put it on the album."
Those guys laughed.
It's kind of a filler tune for us. We're not really too happy with it, but
yeah.
But,
we only had so many songs.
It reminds me of the old
together,
Judas Priest. It was like us being like a garage band doing a version of Judas Priest that I just learned a couple chords. It was fun.
It's got like a Kiss
There's something
vibe
cool
too.
to it.
Yeah.
It still has a magical little thing to it.
And you guys do some covers too, right? When you play live?
Not really.
No.
Very
Occasionally,
rarely.
I mean, we have some songs we would like to play live that kind of fit our sound, but
Sure.
we don't really do them.
Yeah. We have so many originals.
Yeah. We'll play parties. We'll play cover
parties.
songs.
Oh, okay.
For
When
fun,
you play
but
parties.
We'll play
Yeah.
the whole Kiss Alive album and Kiss Alive 2 album.
Nice.
But outside of that,
we call ourselves the Lindgren Shit Band. We play the covers because we're not very good at the cover tunes.
What's your favorite Kiss cover to play?
Love Gun.
Yeah.
Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
I would have
That's
to
a good
say She.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's killer. I love that too.
Yeah.
Bassist solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
on the bass, on the drums, I'd probably have to say Love Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes Love Gun's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, do you guys have any big shows coming up that you want to mention, or touring plans, or are you focused on finishing the album? What's going on?
We do have some good gigs. With the 7th, we're down in Boston at Boston's Booze Cruise.
Rose Wharf, leaving from there.
Yeah, that's next Friday.
Yeah.
And that goes from 8 to 12.
That'll have gone by the time this airs, but
and what else we got?
The day after that, we're playing at Shenanigans in Milford.
Which
we got a Ground Zero
after
gig or
or
something.
We
before
got Ground Zero, I believe, and I'm not sure what the date is. And we also have something in Manchester at Millie's Tavern, but I really don't have a schedule book here.
yeah, but it's all, I assume it's all online, right?
Yeah, they're on
Yeah.
our website.
Yeah. And we also have merchandise available too, with shirts and buttons and all that shit. Crimesandgraceland.com, and got to put that in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks a lot for being here with us. And why don't we hear another track from your current disc, Three Ring Circus? Well, I know it's a couple years old, but this will tide us over till the new one comes out. And when the new disc is out, I hope that you guys come back and
Sure.
we'll play some tunes from that. So, what do you want to play from Three Ring Circus in the meantime?
Sobriety sucks, or
Sure. I don't care.
that's cool.
Whatever.
Yeah,
fine, yeah.
absolutely.
A little heavier for the heavier edge people out there that like the heavy metal.
I like that tune a lot from what I've heard of you guys. That's actually my favorite, so I was kind of hoping you'd say that one. So we'll play, we'll finish that one, or we'll finish the show with that one, rather. And be sure to check back with us next week, everybody, for Traces David will be our guest here on The Hidden Track. So Crimes in Graceland, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, man.
And this
you.
is Sobriety Sucks here on The Hidden Track on
Have a beer
RageRockRadio.com.
for you. Nope.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.
One, two, three, 4, 5 days drive. One more and I think I'm gonna cry. Got a million to do, and I don't know what to do. Twisted so red for the liquor store. Sobriety sucks 'cause I've been drinking too much. Sobriety sucks 'cause I ain't drinking enough. If I live here next to me, trouble living, nothing don't go away. If I live here next to me, trouble people come up to me to stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days high. the next day, trouble people come over here to stay. First step, thou shalt not drink. Second step, thou shalt not lie. Third step, fuck the step. Sobriety sucks 'cause I've been drinking too much. Sobriety sucks 'cause I ain't drinking enough. He about to needs me a triple with another one away. He about to needs me a triple with another one here to stay. Keep it going.